not happy with the result, but in terms of the effort that our players played with, I couldn't be more proud of our football game, our football team. We went, it was a championship game. Kent's a very good team. I certainly give them a lot of credit. They made some big plays. Their player Archer is a dangerous player, and going into the game, he concerned us with his ability to make big plays, and he did it today. I mean, he got an open space, and we didn't tackle him, and he made some huge plays. You know, for 3.5 quarters, every time that happened, our offense stepped up and responded. And we certainly did some things in the passing game today that we haven't done in a number of weeks. But you know, it came down to one turnover and their ability to convert it, and then our inability to convert that last drive at the end. So again, my hat's off to Kent. They're a very good football team, and but again, I'm very proud of our football team and the effort that our guys gave today. You know, they left it all on the field. So at times we had to execute better, but the effort and desire, I have no fault with what our guys did.
Can you talk us through the emotions of that final drive? What's going through your mind? What's going through Matt's mind? What you guys talk about?
You're just trying to get the ball in the end zone and get it to overtime. I mean, he threw the ball really well today. He was in a good rhythm. You know, one play that they sacked us and we got off schedule, I thought that was a huge play in the game. You know, we were 1st and 10, and Corinne came off the edge there and got us on the ground, and then we were off schedule, and it was, you know, 2nd and 12 and, you know, and 3rd and 12, and that's a tough down to convert down there. So getting off schedule hurt us.
What was it that got the passing game going? And scheme, players making, I mean, what was it?
I mean, I think it's all of it, John. I think they definitely came in here with a mindset that they were going to stop our running game. They were blitzing like crazy. They were getting safeties involved, corners involved, and you know, when a team does that, they give you some holes in the passing game. And this was a game because we were playing from behind a number of times that, you know, we made a decision that, hey, they're doing what they're doing, and you know, we've got to open it up and let Matt throw it and get some holes. And obviously Chris McGowan made some huge plays for us today. Played really well, and thought Matt played well and responded every time we needed him to. And again, a lot of it was just the nature of what they were doing, and now we got into a game that we were playing with the lead in the second half, and we had to throw it, and we were able to do it. So obviously that's a real positive, but you know, we came up a play short.
Will you talk a little bit about the play of Chris Gowan? I mean, for 3.5 quarters, he's making huge plays for you.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is a good player, and you know, we're young at receiver. We start 2 freshmen, Ryan Burbrink and Chris Gallen, and you know, I think at times Chris has been inconsistent the first half of the season, but I think the second half of the season he's really come on and, you know, probably become our most dependable, reliable guy. And Jerron Stokes couldn't play today, so we just made a decision that we were going to let Chris play the whole game at X. We were going to let Jop and Burbrink play the whole game on the other side of the field. And I think that allowed those guys to get into a rhythm and a flow of the game and make more plays.
On that last drive, Matt, was he looking for Jop, or were those plays where Jop is the guy open?
On which one?
On the last drive, I mean, he had at least 3-4 catches.
Yeah, I mean, he was reading the coverage. A lot of that stuff was just you know, some high-low concept stuff, and Jop's a big target, and the responsibility of the receiver to the field is to find those holes in the zone. And a lot of times the guy to the boundary is the guy that has to win against man coverage. So you know, it dictated a little bit what they were doing, where the ball was going, but we protected well, and Matt threw some good balls, and Sean certainly made some big plays.
You said Stokes was not going to play. Was that by injury or?
Yeah, he sustained an injury in the Ohio game, and he practiced a little bit on yesterday, but we just he wasn't cleared to play, and you know, we're short at receiver because the injuries we had there with Hosley and Heath Jackson, so we were playing 4, and when he went down, we really had a 3-man rotation.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know every loss stings, and maybe it's too cliche, but does this one take on a little bit extra?
Yeah, it hurts. Our guys have worked hard. This was a championship football game, and to get to this point in the season and play a game of this magnitude and to come up short, it hurts. Our players have invested a lot in this season. We've got great kids. Again, I couldn't be prouder of them, but yeah, it hurts a lot. I mean, you got some seniors in there that this was their last shot to win a MAC championship, and that was a realistic goal of theirs. And when the clock struck zero, it no longer was a realistic goal.
Along those lines, how nice would it be to go to a bowl game?
It'd be great. It'd be great. I mean, we really hope that happens, but we have one more regular season game, and so we've got it's a short week. We only have 6 days to get ready, and that'll be a challenge after you're losing a tough game like this, and trying to rebound and get ready to play a very improved Buffalo team. So we'd love to go to a bowl, but we have another game before that's a possibility, so we've got to take care of business next week in Columbus.
I think you've gone 6 weeks without giving up a team 100 yards rushing in a game. Archer comes out and goes over 200. You said he was dangerous, and you knew that. Can you talk a little bit about how and why? And
I thought we played very tentative at the safety position. I mean, it looked a little bit like the Florida game. That I don't know. We involve our safeties in a lot of run fits. They've had a really good season for us, but I thought today, we played tentative back there. We played on our heels. I mean, you watch enough clips of that guy making big play after big play after big play. It can't change what you do fundamentally, and we missed some tackles in what I call tight space. I mean, a lot of what you do on defense is you take the ball and the block on with a certain leverage, and you deliver it to a guy that is a free hitter, and then that free hitter has to make a play. And he made our guys miss just like he makes everybody miss. I mean, he made the Rutgers guys miss, and the Ball guys miss, and everybody. And that to me, he was the X factor in this game. That we made big plays kind of through design. They got big plays just through the course of their normal offense, and that's what having a weapon like that will do. I mean, he's the real deal. So he's a great player.
How much of, when you mentioned that tentativeness at safety, how much of that is having Pettis instead of Boo Boo?
I don't think a lot of it. I mean, obviously, Boo Boo is one of our best players on defense, and you never, when you lose one of your best players, it always makes the challenge a little harder. But I mean, that's football. I mean, you go through a year and guys get banged up and guys get injured, and it's got to be next man up. And again, if we had him, maybe it's the same. I mean, that Archer does that to everybody. So that's not an out that we're going to take. I mean, that's part of football, and we had to do a better job tackling that guy. And that was a challenge that we made to our guys. And almost every challenge that we've given our defense, they've responded to this year. And whether it's playing Zach Dysert or Bronson Hill or Tyler Tettleton, and today, I mean, he was good. We certainly didn't bottle him up the way that we needed to, and we knew that going into the game.
Will you talk a little bit about the play of Keith at quarterback? Because, I mean, you mentioned during the week that he had been playing better than last year. It looked like some of the design was to try and make him beat you and make him make plays.
Well, when you put that extra safety in the box and you try to outnumber the run, one of the ways you can still run the ball is you create an extra gap and you get the quarterback involved in the run game. And I think we did a very good job defending their pass game, but when Archer starts doing some of the things he's doing, and now you've got to really close that gap on him in the zone read game, it gave the Keith kid a lot of space, and it was a really hard decision defensively. That if you kept just chasing Archer, you could bleed to death giving up 6-7 yards a clip to Spencer. And if you're going to put two guys on Archer, that's going to happen. And again, they did a nice job, and they've got good players, and they've got a really good offensive line. So they're a good football team, and I think we're a good football team, and, you know, that was a head-to-head 4-quarter battle that went down to the last second, and unfortunately, we came up on the short end of it. But, again, I'm really proud of our team. I think, again, there are some things we wish we had executed better, but in terms of the effort and all that stuff, I mean, they left it all in the field, and that's all you can ever ask of a football team.
You mentioned about the running game. Did they also pack the box against you, like you were?
Yeah, they do it in a different way than we do it. I mean, they do it by blitzing linebackers and stepping safety down and using different rotations. And, you know, we want to run the ball, but after doing it for 2.5 quarters, I just kind of told Coach Ruggiero, I said, hey, listen, you know, we got to try to open it up, and if there's some things in the pass game you like, let's go to them. And we did that, and that, I thought, kept us in the game and kept us moving the chains in the second half, and especially the fourth quarter. So, again, it's a positive that a team defended like that, and we were able to go to plan B and still move the football. And again, I thought Matt played really well, and our receivers stepped up and made plays. And, you know, moving forward, hopefully we can be a little bit more of a balanced offense.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thanks again for covering us and coming out.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.